Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Wonderland is a two-player little card game. One player, you're going to have an equal number of cards, so the same kind of deck with different artwork. You're going to lay 3 cards down, which will kind of be the scoring of the round. I'm going to place 3, and you're going to place 3. And then we're going to take turns, and those cards will be face down, so we won't know exactly how they score. Could be their high cards, could be their low cards, we don't know. And then we'll start playing cards face up into the 3x3 grid. And based on who has the highest equal in each column and row, we'll score the amount of points that are hidden. Now, some of the cards will have modifiers on them that double the score or make cards adjacent to them 0. And you can kind of see those cards as they're face up and kind of utilize that into your strategy. The game is okay. The Alice in Wonderland theme doesn't really work with this game. It's just pace it on. It's head-to-head, and it was probably free to get. So, sure, why not? The game itself, there is some strategy into it. You don't really know the scoring, so you're hoping and trying to read. And as they play more cards, you know what cards they didn't play, so potentially you know what the possibility of the 3 cards are. Maybe, I know what they are, 3 out of 5. I could be right, I could be wrong, but it's not enough information to give you any kind. You can see if they're placing a high card somewhere, it's probably a high scoring card, and that gives you a little bit of information, but you never know. And there's not a lot of room to bluff. You only have so many cards to play, 3 or 4 cards, so I don't know if anybody would really bluff either. So it becomes pretty straightforward at some point. Although your first kind of couple cards you're playing, you really don't have much information to go on whatsoever. This game was blah to me. This is a perfect example of a 4 or a 5. Some people are probably going to swear by it. I think it's something to pass a little bit of time. If you want a cheap little card game, this might be it. Otherwise, not a lot to see here. Purge for me. Here is Wonderland, which is a little 2-player game by Renegade Games. The box feels a little soft. I just don't like the feel of it. The rulebook, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. When you get inside, you're going to get a little Wonderland bag, and you're going to have some cards. The cards are very, very thin. I'll be very honest with you. They do have some interesting artwork on it. Not really to my style. Not really sure what a lot of this has to do with Alice in Wonderland. I guess you could make heads or tails of most of this. Mostly it's going to be the cards and the icons. The icons could be a little bit bigger, but when we were playing, I didn't have any problems with understanding how it worked. Those are the components. You're going to get a rule book with Alice on the front. It will fold out like so. You will have a picture of all of the components and the expansion that's in here. You have a little picture of the play area and then gameplay, how you play, and how the magic items work in the game. Very easy. Those are pretty much the rules. Then you have scoring with a scoring example on the back and then an explanation of the wonders. You might need 5 minutes to read through this. You should be able to play this very easily. No problems at all. So each player is going to get a deck of cards, 1 through 7. This one will have the red on it for the Queen, and the white ones will be for Alice. If you can see that, you have your deck of cards, and you're ready to go. What's going to happen on a turn, Alice is going to play a card up here on the top, and the Queen will play one moving down here on the bottom. And then Alice will have 3 cards. You'll be alternating when you play these, and the Queen will have 3. That's called the arrival phase. So once this is set up, you're ready to start playing the game. Then what you're going to do is you're going to play a card face up. Think about this as a grid. You can play it wherever you want, and you'll be able to play the cards down, and you'll alternate taking turns doing so. And you'll place these cards out. Boop, boop, boop. Maybe a little bit more strategic than I am doing it right now, but definitely that's how you'll do. And once players are done placing all the cards out in the grid, there'll be one empty space, and then you'll be able to score the game. So what you're going to do now is you're going to reveal, once all the cards are played, what the scoring cards were on the side. So these will be here, and you'll have these here. So now you are ready to score the game. So what you're going to do is, these are going to be worth points. So this row right here is going to be worth 5 points. You're going to see who has the most points. It's 7 and 3 is 10th. That would be the red. To get these 3 points, looks like it would be white. They have 13, 14, 15. And the 1 point here would be 5, 6 for the red, and 4 for the white, and you do the same thing across. The only little caveat here is that anything with a potion next to it will be 0, so this column will actually be worth 0 points, and this 3 over here will be worth 0. If there's a cake next to it, it will double, so now this will be a 14 instead of just a 7. Now, if it has a cake and a potion pointed at it, then it will be 0. So this will be 0 because of the potion that's next to it. So let's rescore one of these just for sake. So this will double the 5. We'll make this worth 10 points. So this will be 3 and 7. It looks like this is a 0 because there's a potion, so that's 0 and 7. So obviously it has the most, so they will score the 10 points. Let's do this row across here. This 5, because there's a potion here, will be worth 0. This 7 will be 14 because of that. I don't see any other potions next to it, and nothing is going here. So this will be 14. This is 0, 7, so the 4 points will definitely go to Alice. That's how you score the game, and you can play that to see who the highest is. The player with the most points is the winner. Who should buy this game? I mean, if you like the artwork, you want a little fast, cheap card game to play, not a lot to see here. It's all about that scoring. It plays very quickly, 5 minutes, and you'll be done with it. Not a whole lot here. It almost feels like something you would get as a giveaway. If it's a budget title, maybe you'd want this one. Otherwise, this is one you can just kind of pass on by. Purge for me.